What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing today? Wow, we haven't seen this many people in a while. So, guys, we're gonna be translating this in Spanish. So, if you, well, let me say in Spanish, it's better. Para las personas que hablan español, va a haber traducción. Asegúrese de apretar el botón que está abajo, que dice traducción, si no me equivoco, interpretación, para que puedan escucharlo en español. Pero bueno. Vamos a empezar. Así que let's get started, guys. We don't want to take too much time from you guys. This is going to be a really good call. I know it was last minute, but it's really, really good announcements. This thing is, I think this is going to be, it's probably going to be a game changer. So you guys are going to like it. But before we start, before I get George on the call and he can explain everything that we got going on, I want to go over a couple things. First thing I want to go over, you guys saw the video from the retreat. Let me tell you guys missed an amazing retreat. That retreat was fire. The video, the content, the pictures, the conversations, everything that we did in that retreat, you guys have to qualify next time. It was just unbelievable. The retreat was just, I've been to a lot of retreats, but nothing like this retreat. Like I can tell you right now, nothing has been like this retreat. So next time, qualify. So first announcement, guys. First thing that I want to announce. I don't know if you guys, I mean, for you guys that are actually active in the chats, I'm gonna say actually active in the chats. We put a message there a couple days ago. We have the catalyst, the entire event. We put the video, the entire event. We put it on our YouTube channel. So I know a lot of you guys are always complaining. Well, I don't want to watch it on the phone because it's too small, it's too little, this and that. Now we have it on YouTube, so you have no more excuses. You can watch it on your TV, in your living room, in your room, wherever you want to watch it. It's right there, and it's free to you guys. You guys can actually watch it now, and I'm telling you, you guys want to watch it. If you guys haven't watched the trainings, the event, watch it. And even if you watched it, watch it again, because what happened in that event, it was crazy. The things that you learn in that event will freaking change your business. So you definitely wanna watch that trainings. We also gonna move, because I know, like I said, you guys have been complaining. You guys have been saying that it's hard to watch the trainings. It's hard to watch everything on the phone, and I get it. I understand. So we also gonna move the Brian Mark trainings to our YouTube channels. So from now on, we're gonna start putting pretty much everything on YouTube channel. So it'll be easier for you guys. So you guys can watch it on the big screen. So you guys can watch it anywhere you want. And there's no more, oh, it's too small. Or if I'm watching it, somebody calls me, then I get disconnected. Or I don't know how to cast it, or I don't know how to stream it to my TV. So we're gonna put everything now. We're gonna start putting it on YouTube. And to be honest, I think it's actually better. Everything goes through YouTube. Everybody is connected to YouTube, and in some shape or form, you watch a video, or you watch music or whatever. So I think it's better. Even if you're driving, going to work, you can put a podcast, you can put the YouTube video and just listen to it. The other things that we have going on, we translated all the material into Portuguese and the Brazilian Portuguese, because we had it in the Portuguese, but people were saying it's different. So now we translated everything, even the video the Erga did for the HOM is going to be in Portuguese. We're going to add it to the app. So give us I would say, I don't know, 2-3 days, and it'll be in the app. We also translating now into French, and the video that George did will be translated into French. It's actually pretty cool. This guy just go in there and it mimics whatever Edgar is saying or George is saying in that language. So it's actually really, really cool. We also have the Spanish videos, the Spanish resources, and WDT Connect. So for you guys that were asking, it's already on WDT Connect. So I hope you guys are actually using it, because it's amazing. Everything that you see in English, you'll be able to get it in Spanish. What else we have? We have a few more things that we'll keep you updated. But guys, I'm telling you, you guys want to be on the chats. I understand the chats. You guys have a lot going on, but at least check the chat once a day. At least there's a lot of information there. We shared this video, the Catalyst videos, a couple of days ago. And when I went to YouTube, I think there was only like 50 views or something like that. There's no way thousands of coaches here. and only like 50 views. That doesn't make any sense. And some of the views I seen that catalyst, I don't know how many times. A lot of those 50 views are mine because I watch it. So please be in the chat at least once a day. I mean, we don't ask for much, so being in the chat is not that bad. What else? So we have a couple new things that we're gonna be launching, and we'll keep you guys updated. I can't give you everything today, and we don't want to keep the call too long, because George is gonna announce something that I think is gonna change the freaking game. So without further ado, let's bring out Jorge de la Concepcion.
All right, what's up, guys?
Perfect.
We're good. We're live. All right. Well, like Octavio said, we had a freaking crazy retreat. I've been to a lot of retreats myself. We've been doing retreats since 2015, something like that. And this retreat was another level. You know, the amount of information that was shared, the amount of networking that was done by people, the amount of team building that was done. Matter of fact, I think in total, probably about 6 or 7 people in the resort, 6 or 7 staff members of the resort ended up getting signed up either as a challenger or as a coach. So everybody who was there was on fire. The amount of content that was coming out of there and the excitement that was coming out of there was on another level. So listen, I don't know when the next retreat is going to be. I don't know what's going to happen with the next retreats, but just know that whatever we put out there, all of you guys should be aiming to qualify, whatever it is. All of you guys should be aiming to attend, whether it's a retreat, whether it's an event, whether it's a meeting like this. Listen, there's thousands of coaches who are part of this, and there's only 1,000 connected. So all of you guys should be aiming, and I know I'm preaching to the choir because you guys are clearly connected, but it's a good message to pass down to your team. You don't want to miss out on anything that's going on, because you never know when you're going to get that piece of game-changing information. And I know that in the retreat, there was a lot of game-changing information that a lot of people received, and I think a lot of people's business is never going to be the same after that retreat. That being said, there's a few announcements that I think Octavio already made a few announcements, but there's one in particular that I think is going to be a game changer, like Octavio mentioned. But before I get into that, I want to talk a little bit about the time of year that we are in and what I'm kind of noticing. And what I'm noticing is that there's a lot of people who are really utilizing the challenge to its full potential, or almost to its full potential. And those people who are actually utilizing it correctly are seeing growth in their business. They're seeing more recruiting than they've probably ever done. They're seeing they're recruiting a more targeted, more kind of influential kind of audience. They're reaching people who like to take care of themselves, people who are into health and fitness, people who are into living a healthy lifestyle, which is exactly what we do and exactly the kind of people that we want to go after. And they're getting customers with more ease than they ever have before. Some of the obstacles that we've encountered in the past, and some of the objections that we've encountered in the past are a thing of the past, for those that are utilizing it correctly. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is that from what I'm seeing, the amount of people that are actually utilizing this to its full potential is minimum in comparison to all the people who are involved and all the people who are part of We Do Transformations. And so that being said, look, guys, there's a lot of resources out there, resources that you've probably never had in your business. There is more information available to you, more tools available to you than you've probably ever had in your entire business. And yet you're not using the resources, and you're not using the information, and you're not taking responsibility for understanding and utilizing those resources. See, it shouldn't be left up to us to train you on these things. We do our best to teach you. It shouldn't be left up to us to try to tell you what you should do or shouldn't do in your business. It is your responsibility to learn, to get better, and to make sure that you're informed about every single thing that's being provided to you, every single tool, and every single opportunity. It is your responsibility as a leader of your team, whether you have one person or 1,000 people. If you have one person, you have a team, and you are the leader of that team. And too many of you do not take responsibility and do not take leadership and do not take this serious enough. You have more tools at your fingertips than you've ever had. You have more opportunities to get customers than you've ever had. You have more opportunities to get distributors and to build your team and to build a good quality team full of fitness enthusiasts and full of people who understand the importance of health and fitness, yet you're not really utilizing it correctly. Maybe you don't understand, but guess what? If you don't understand, that's still your fault, because you should be trying to figure out where the information is. You should be trying to figure out who to ask. You should be trying to figure out where to go in order to understand. But the information is out there. You now have videos that explain the challenge, which you can send to recruit people for the challenge. You now have videos that explain the business opportunity through We Do Transformations. So that's no longer an excuse. You can actually send those videos, or if you don't want to send those videos, you can learn from those videos so that you can do your own presentations. Yet I'm still encountering people that say they don't know how to tell their testimonial with We Do Transformations. They don't know how to present the business opportunity with We Do Transformations. Well, guess what? You're just not doing the work. You're not taking responsibility, and you're not taking this serious, because the information is all out there for you to utilize. The information has already been created for you to take advantage of. Yet you're still asking the same old questions. You're still wondering where to find the information. You're still trying to figure things out, yet you're not even in the chats. Listen, there's a lot of information that gets shared, but only those who are active and only those who are engaged are the ones benefiting from this information that's being shared. More information than you've probably ever have had in your entire time with Herbalife, in your entire business. You now have access to more information, more resources than ever, but only the people who are engaged are the ones who are being benefited. And I see too many of you disengaged, completely disengaged. Now, we are going into June. We all understand there's cycles in the business. And of course, the beginning of the year is always the most exciting time of the year. This is the time where it's a free-for-all. People are knocking at your door, wanting to get on the products, wanting to join a challenge, wanting to start a business opportunity, New Year's resolutions, all these different things. But that time of year is going away now. That time of year is fading, and we're going into summer break, and we're approaching a time where more work needs to be done in order to get the same amount of business that we were getting 2 months ago. And what typically starts to happen around this time is that people start to become disengaged. People start to disconnect. People start to kind of say, no, that didn't work for me, so I'm not going to do it anymore. No, you know what? I don't know if this is for me. Listen, this is for you, but you have to put in the work. Whether it's January, February, or it's December, or June, or July, you still got to put in the work. And I'm telling you now, those who put in the work will be compensated. And those who put in the work will be the ones who benefit. Those who remain engaged, even when things are not as easy, will be the ones that will get all the reward. But most of you have already disengaged. Most of you are already in the process of disengaging. And I'm telling you now, if you don't get it together, if you don't re-engage, if you don't get excited one more time, if you don't try to figure things out one more time, if you don't try to learn how to utilize the tool correctly one more time, if you don't try to learn how to become a better salesperson, how to take more products into the marketplace one more time, if you don't try to learn the pitch to pitch distributors one more time, and you don't re-engage, nothing will be written about you in the history books, in the Herbalife history books. You're going to be forgotten. Your sponsor is going to move on. He's going to recruit more people. If there's anybody right now on my team, listen, I moved on. I'm recruiting more people. You're a thing of the past. Okay. You either engage, you get connected, you learn, or your time will fade away. Your time will fade away. Now, some of you may be hurt by this message. Well, listen, it's a tough pill to swallow, but I know that some of you are going to be inspired by this message. And I know that some of you are going to get re-engaged. I know that maybe some of you have went through maybe some personal things in your life that got you a little bit disengaged and got you making excuses and got you, and some of those excuses might seem legitimate, but I'm telling you now, most are not, because all of you decided to do this with one reason, with one why. But too many of you forgot what that why is. So I'm telling you now, get re-engaged with your why, get re-engaged with the opportunity, get re-engaged with the excitement, get re-engaged with the tools that you have available to you, get re-engaged with going into the marketplace, get re-engaged with the challenge, get re-engaged with We Do Transformations, get re-engaged with building fucking, oops, I said fucking, freaking, I'm sorry, with building freaking royalties, building your Herbalife business, building your freaking future. And I'm telling you, things will happen to you no matter what time of year it is, whether it's January, February, March, July, August, September. It doesn't matter. If you get re-engaged and you go all in and you get clear on why you're doing this, things will continue to happen for you no matter what. And so part of that re-engagement, guys, is what Octavio was saying. That one, it just came natural. It was just like, I was trying to keep it PG. But I'm sorry, I get passionate and I say what I'm thinking. Part of that re-engagement is to be in the chats at least once a day so that you can receive the information. Part of that re-engagement is if the video was dropped in YouTube or wherever the hell the video was dropped so that you can learn more, is to watch the video again so that you can learn more. Part of that re-engagement is if you don't know where to find the information, you ask somebody in the chat where to find the information. Part of that re-engagement is going out there and talking to one more person to join the challenge. Part of that re-engagement is to go out there and find one more person to become your coach or your distributor in your team. Listen, a lot of amazing things are going to happen. The wave is here. The wave has arrived, and I'm telling you something, we built the wave from scratch, and all of you played a role. We built the wave from scratch. We built the wave utilizing this tool, and all of you took a part in this. Now, don't just build the wave and then hop off. We built the wave, keep riding the wave, continue to do the work, and ride it all the way to the end, whatever that end game is for you. But don't build the wave and then jump off the boat. Build the wave and ride it into the sunset. Build the wave and ride it into your freaking dream life. Ride the wave. Don't hop off. This is the most important time in your entire career right now. This is a pivotal moment, and all of you have a decision to make. And that is, am I going to continue to stay engaged? Am I going to continue to give it my all? Am I going to continue to build this wave with all these amazing people who are building it with me? Or am I going to be one of those people that my sponsor talks about one day? Yeah, that person used to be in my business. That person used to be in my team, and I don't know what happened to them, but they're gone. There's so many people like that in my business. Don't be one of those that gets talked about as a thing of the past. Be one of those that gets talked about as a thing of the future, as a thing of the present, and as a thing for the history books. But you can only do that if you continue to give it your all, if you continue to stay engaged, and if you continue to stay active with everything that we understand that this business requires. And what is that? New customers, okay, new distributors, new supervisors, new results, new motivation, new inspirations, new goals, new whys. It requires all these different things. Don't be one of those that gets talked about as somebody who used to do Herbalife. Don't be one of those who gets talked about as somebody who had a lot of potential but then disappeared. Too many of you are already on your way. Let's reel it back. Let's refocus. Let's re-energize. I'm telling you, this is the greatest time in the history of Herbalife to be doing this business. And the wave is here. The wave has arrived, and all of you guys have the opportunity to hop on and do something huge and build, all the royalties you want, and build all the business you want, and impact all the lives you want to impact, and help, your family and all the families you want to help, and do all these amazing things that you only dreamt about one day. This is your moment, and this is the opportunity to do it. And this is the vehicle to do it, but you need to re-engage. You can't disengage. Consistency is key. Commitment, no matter what, is key. And discipline, having the discipline to stay committed and to stay consistent, is key. I hate to bore you with this message, but I'm just sharing my thoughts on on some things that I see. This message is not for the people who were at the retreat. The people who were at the retreat were killing it. They were signing people up left and right. They were getting challengers left and right. They were getting distributors and coaches left and right. This is for everybody else who maybe is going through something right now and they needed this message. If this message offended you, great. You probably needed to hear it. If this message didn't touch you, maybe you're somebody who already has all these different things that I mentioned and who's on their way to greatness. Good for you. This message is for those who need it, and I know that there's probably a lot of people on this call who need it. And by the way, this is not what the call was about, but I wanted to give it out anyway. This is my little moment to add some value and to give back to all of you and to share just some of my experience with you. I'm very excited about this time. I'm very fired up and I'm very passionate, as you can see. And I'm very motivated about everything that's happening. But listen, I'm putting in the work. Disney and I are bringing in more challengers and more customers than we ever have. Disney and I are bringing in more distributors than we ever have and more quality distributors than we ever have. And a movement is being built and the wave has arrived. We're super excited. But there's one announcement that I want to make that is really exciting, which is the fact that, listen, as of right now, let me get a sip of water because I got too excited. I hope the translation is working well. Is the translation working well? Give me a fire, all you Spanish speakers, if the translation is working well. All right, nice. Listen, there's a big announcement. And, so far, the We Do Transformations platform and the application that we built, it's been strictly for challengers. We get a challenger, we give them the opportunity to join the platform, we give them the opportunity to go for $1,000 or $500 in Latin America or Spain. And so far that has been a game changer. It's been amazing. We're killing it, honestly. But we've decided to give you guys one more way to use this platform. We've decided to give you guys one more perk for being a part of this and one more reason to talk to your people. And that is that we've decided to allow any customer, whether they meet the requirement to be in the challenge or not, okay, any customer, we're going to allow any preferred member, whether they order products or not, anybody who's a preferred member or who is a full retail customer, whether they ordered 1 volume point or 1,000 volume points, it doesn't matter. We're going to allow them to utilize the app and to utilize all of the resources and everything the app has to offer. Now, they can't necessarily participate in the challenge or be taken into consideration as a winner for the challenge. In fact, they won't even submit pictures in the challenge if they are not somebody who meets the requirements. So the requirement still remains for people who want to participate in the challenge. But anybody else who has no interest in participating in the challenge, in fact, anybody else who's a preferred member who maybe hasn't ordered, because we understand that preferred members don't necessarily order every single month. They may order every other month. And so they're not necessarily going to be in the challenge every single month. They still have the opportunity to be in the application and to utilize everything that the application has to offer. We're going to be adding a lot more things to the app as we go. You guys have probably already seen the improvements that have happened over time. We're going to consistently be adding new things to keep them excited. But the point is, you now have one more hook to bring people in. You have one more hook to get your preferred members active, because maybe you have a preferred member who's dead in the water, hasn't ordered in months. All of a sudden, you give them access to this app. They start seeing everything that's happening, and they decide they want to get back on a journey. They decide they want to get back on a fitness journey, a weight loss journey, whatever journey that is. And then all of a sudden, they start ordering product once again because they saw everything in the app and they got excited from the app. And all of a sudden, this becomes now a tool not only to keep your preferred members engaged, to keep your customers, whether they qualify to join the challenge or not, engaged, but it also becomes a way to re-engage and reactivate preferred members who were maybe dead in the water. It gives you an excuse to now reach out to all of your preferred members, whether they have a single volume point or not, and offer them a benefit, offer them something extra, offer them an opportunity to be a part of something and to get information and to learn and to have access to all these amazing things that we have in the chat and in the app, without even placing an order if they don't want to. We give them access, we let them see, and then what happens is, as they start to see the community, as they start to see everything they offer, well, chances are they're going to get motivated once again, and they're probably going to order more products. So the We Do Transformations app is now going to be open to any customer that you have, whether they qualify to join the challenge or not, whether they have an order to join the challenge or not. Any preferred member that you have, whether they place an order or not, it's going to be open to everybody, every single customer that you work with, so that they have one more reason to start again on a journey, one more reason to join a challenge, one more reason to order more product, one more reason to get back to working on the results, one more reason for you to reach out to them and get them excited about the opportunity once again, and get them excited about getting results once again. It's going to be one more tool for you to go out there and not only keep people going, but also re-engage them and get them going once again. This is a game changer, guys. Disney and I have hundreds and hundreds, if not probably close to 1,000 preferred members, but a lot of them don't order. And you guys all probably have a similar situation, maybe not at the scale that we have it, but you have a similar situation. You have a lot of preferred members who don't order, and no matter, how much you try to get them to join a challenge, they don't want to join a challenge, or they're not committed enough to order 100 volume points worth of product. No problem. They can still have access to the app, and who knows what happens once they're in the app and once they're in the whole thing. I don't know if we were going to give them access to anything else, Octavio. I don't know if they were going to get access to the challenge chats or anything like that.
So we decided to open it to everything. They can have access to everything, just to make it easier. Only thing is, we ask is you can put in anybody in there, no problem. Please don't submit the pictures, because it'll be really bad if that customer gets to the end for some reason. He's one of the winners, and when we verify everything, we got to tell him, no, you don't win the money because you didn't buy into the challenge. So yeah, please, we trusting you guys. This is gonna be trust. We're not gonna verify your customers or anything like that. We just don't have the time for that. But please follow the rules. This is
at the end, they won't be able to win
Yeah.
if they didn't meet the requirements for the challenge. And so you're gonna be upsetting your customer.
Exactly.
And so look, even better, they're gonna get access to everything. So now imagine what could happen to a customer that you have who maybe didn't meet the requirement for the challenge, who maybe didn't want to join the challenge, or a preferred member who maybe was disengaged. Imagine what could happen now, not only if they get access to the application, to the app, but also if they get access to the chat, to the challenge chat, where everybody's in there posting their results, posting their products that they're drinking, posting their meals. Imagine what could happen to all these people once they have access to all of this. This could be an absolute game changer for all of your businesses. I'm telling you, this is going to be a game changer. I hope you understand how big of a deal this is. It's going to be a little bit extra work on the back end for us and for the team and all that, but I think it's worth it. And I think if you guys utilize this to its full potential, it could be a game changer in your business. So here's what I need you to do. I'm going to give you some homework. Okay, I'm going to give you some homework. And really, it's 2 pieces of homework, 3 pieces of homework, let's say. All right, number 1, there's 1,000 people in here, 1,500 now, but there's thousands of people who are part of We Do Transformations. Okay, that means that there's a lot of people on this call who are probably in your teams right now who do not understand or do not know anything that we've just talked about. Okay, now I'm sure this call is going to be recorded, and so we'll probably share it. But either way, there's a lot of people who again are disengaged and don't know anything that we've just talked about because they weren't here. Here's your responsibility. Okay, now we talked about taking responsibility and taking ownership of your team, of your business. I'm going to give you your first responsibility. Your first piece of responsibility is to get on a call with your entire team. If you're a president's team, that means get on a call with your entire team. If you're a brand new supervisor, you're a brand new person, you have one person in your team, that means get on a call with your entire team, even if that entire team is just one person. Okay. Get on a call with your entire team and explain to them what we've just talked about. Okay. Explain to them this new perk that's effective, I think, immediately, or starting June 3rd, whenever. Get on a call at the latest tomorrow. Okay, it's still early on the West Coast. It's still not even that late on the East Coast. Have an emergency call with your entire team and get them to understand what we've just talked about. Everything we just talked about. Okay, especially this last part. Now, obviously, there's common sense. You have to be bought in as a coach for We Do Transformations in order to be able to do this with your team. It's going to be a freebie for your team, but you still got to be registered as a coach for We Do Transformations in order to have this. So task number one, or homework number one, get on an emergency phone call with all of your team, whether it's one person or 1,000 people, and explain what we've just talked about, because this could be a game changer for them as well. Okay. When do you do this phone call? ASAP. Tonight will be ideal, so that you have the information fresh in your mind. At the worst, tomorrow. Okay. ASAP, you have this call and you let your entire team know what we've just talked about. That's homework number one. Homework number two, I want you to reach out to every customer that you have and every customer you've ever had, every preferred member that you have in your team, and let them know that they now have access to this. Of course, I think you still have to send them an invitation the same way that you do with everybody else. You're going to have to send them an invitation, and it's every month that you send them the invitation. But get in touch with every single one of your customers and every single one of your preferred members, whether they want to do the challenge or not, whether they qualify to enter the challenge or not, and let them know that you're now giving them access, special access, to this amazing opportunity for them to be able to utilize the app, be a part of the challenge, and they can be a part of the community now. They can join the movement without necessarily qualifying to be in the challenge. So that's task number two. Get a hold of all of your customers and all of your preferred members, all of your existing customers, all of your previous customers, all of your preferred members in your entire team, and let them know that they now have access to everything that we offer at We Do Transformations, with no minimum requirement. Okay. This is going to get them re-engaged, those who are not engaged. Octavio, when is this effective? They're asking.
So, I mean, technically, you guys can do it today. That's not a problem. The problem is every month you're going to have to resend the invitation. So, and we have another thing coming. This is going to take a little more time, but eventually think about if they don't want to get invitation every month, they can literally maybe transfer to preferred member. As long as they're a preferred member, they get access to the app, maybe lifetime. So that way they don't have to, but technically they can call in, you can invite them today. No problem.
Yeah, so we're working on creating a portal that will be a perk for preferred members where they'll have lifetime access to the app by just signing in once.
Yep.
So we're working on that. There's programming that has to be involved, but that's not ready yet. For now, you gotta personally give them access. Okay, so let's recap. Task number one, get on a call with your entire team ASAP. That means tonight or tomorrow morning or tomorrow at the latest, and let them know about what we've just talked about, what we just announced. Okay. Task number two, get a hold of all of your existing customers, previous customers, and preferred members, and let them know about this new perk they now have and how they can now become part of the community, whether they're in the challenge or not. And task number three, I need you guys to get committed and re-engaged and re-excited and re-fired up, because we're about to blow this thing out of the water.
Yep.
Okay. This is going to be a game changer. And at the end of the day, listen, the more customers you put into this, the more customers you get re-engaged, the more distributors you're eventually going to end up having. The more distributors, the more royalties, the more royalties, the more growth, and the more growth, the more pin changes you're going to have at the next extravaganza. So I hope the message was clear. I hope you guys are excited. And listen, I hope that you guys already have everything put together and everything set up for the extravaganza that we have coming up in July, or the extravaganzas that we have coming up around the world, wherever you are, because I'm telling you, this event is going to be a game changer. This year is going to be extra special, and I hope you guys are committed. Again, I've never seen anybody have massive success in the business that didn't commit to attending an extravaganza. So I hope to see you guys there. I hope to meet as many of you as possible there. And I hope that we can all, have a massive picture and, something to remember from that extravaganza.
Maybe we can do a workout or something extravaganza.
Yeah, maybe we do something special. Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, again, task number one, get a hold of your team ASAP. Let everybody know what we just announced. Task number two, get a hold of all your customers, previous customers, current customers, preferred members. Task number three, get fired up, get re-engaged, and let's go all in. I hope the message is clear. I hope you guys have an amazing evening. And we might have an announcement. Listen, we might have one more announcement that I don't know if I want to make now. Should I make it now? I
Bro,
don't
I
know.
mean, might as well. These people are here. They deserve to know. I don't think we haven't had this many people in a while. So
Listen, how do you guys like these calls? How do you guys like these calls? Let me get some fire in the chat if you guys like these calls. Is it helpful for you guys? Do you feel like, yes, a lot of fire. Okay. How would you guys like it if we bring these calls back every now and then? I don't know how often. I don't know if it'd be weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. I don't know, but how would you feel if we brought these calls back? And if, I made a commitment to hop on these calls more often than not. Would you guys feel that would be helpful? Okay. I'm not going to promise anything right now on this call, but I'm going to take it back to the team and I'm going to see if we can make it happen, if we can go back to doing more of these calls like we used to do them through these next few months and see what happens. But again, if we decide to do that, I'm going to need your commitment because I hate doing calls for 100 people. I want to do calls, but I want to impact thousands. I want to impact as many of you as possible, not a handful of people. I want to impact thousands. So if we do this, I want your commitment, not only that you're going to be on the call, but that you're going to get all your teams on the call. You're going to get everybody on these calls, and we're going to blow this thing up. If I can get some commitment on that and I can get you guys fired up about that and I can get you guys on the same page as me and as us and as a team about those calls, we'll figure out what we can do to bring them back, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly or something like that, but we'll bring them back and I'll try to give you guys as much fire as I can on every single call. Listen, I'm fired up. I want that to rub off. And so whatever I can do to make that happen, I'll do, but I need some commitment on your end. I need some re-engagement. I need some energy. I need some enthusiasm. I need some hungry people out there that are going to go out there and are going to crush it and are actually going to do something with the information that is given. So we'll talk about that more in detail soon. But in the meantime, make sure you go do that homework that we just talked about, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a good night.